Documentation. Today I want to talk to you about something that's going to make the lives of everybody that you work with better. And I want to start off by talking about a really awkward story that highlights how not to do documentation. So once upon a time at my company, this higher up gathered like 100 people, a pretty decent part of the org, to talk about how we can standardize our documentation and make it easier to search and stuff like that. And so he spent like an hour detailing how we should format docs and how we should tag them and yada yada. And at the end, he asked us if we understood what's going on, and it was the worst silence I've ever been through in my life. It was insanely awkward because it was so complex, the rules that this guy laid out for an hour, that I don't think anyone understood anything. And his face was just flustered. It was bad. So that meeting really left an impression on me. It really made me realize how not to do docs. In my experience, people get so caught up about, how to format things that they get overwhelmed and then they don't write documentation. The only thing that you need to do when you're writing documentation is make sure that you put it in a place that everyone can find. After that, you should not think hard about how to format your specific doc. If you're spending more than 15 to 20 minutes on it and making fancy tables and whatnot, then you're doing it wrong and no one's going to read it. Don't waste your effort. The right way to approach it is simply to add something that you think is most appropriate for whatever you're making. Like if you're showing somebody how to interact with a website in your company, take some screenshots and add some captions. It doesn't have to be convoluted. No one likes to read that much when they see a doc. And we actually have a really good example of this that you're using right now. Think about YouTube. Right? You can think of YouTube as a documentation site. People are making a wide variety of videos, documentaries, commentaries, how-to videos, dumb stuff. And there's not that many rules to it, You just go to youtube.com, search what you want to search, and then you learn something. If you like this video, make sure to let me know by liking and subscribing, because I want to talk about how I've been successfully writing documentation recently that people have actually been reading.